Hi everyone, it's Jennifer from Fiberflux. In this video, I will show you how to crochet the Flower Patch Button Wrap. This is an extremely versatile piece. You can wear as a cowl, you can wear it as a little wrap or a kind of like a shawlette. And it's secured with 2 buttons, and you can really wear it in any season. You can wear it in the cooler months as a warm garment, or you can wear it in the warmer months like spring and summer as something if you just need a little something in the air conditioning or something like that. So I have here 2 buttons. You'll need 2 buttons for this project, and I used a 6mm J crochet hook. You'll need a pair of scissors and a tapestry needle to do your finish work and to sew your buttons on. And I wanted to talk to you about the yarn a little bit. This is called Araucania. It's I'll get the label for you, the Tokonau Multi, and I hope I'm saying that correctly. And it's gorgeous hand-dyed yarn, and it comes in a lot of really beautiful colors. And this particular skein is 139 yards. And it's 100% merino wool. And for mine, I used every last bit of the yarn, and I got dimensions of about 7 inches wide, and mine came out to be about 36 inches long. So if you're substituting yarn, you'll want to find something of a similar weight that recommends a J hook. And obviously, if you want to make yours longer, you'll need more yarn. And you just get the label out of the way. And again, it comes in beautiful colors. This one is a little bit different. When I wrote the original pattern, I used one that was a little more bold with like some soft reds and things. This is more of like pinks, purples, greens, very springy. And to begin, we're going to put a slip knot on our hook. To make a slip knot, just wrap the yarn around your fingers like this. Hold it, bring it around the back so you have a circle with a little line through it, and then reach in with your crochet hook, bring up the loop, and tighten it just like that. We'll pull a little bit of yarn, and I wound this into a yarn cake. I had to do that when I bought it, just as a side note. And we're going to begin by chaining 34. So to make a chain, wrap yarn around hook and pull it through the loop. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, and 34. So here is our starting chain. And to begin row 1, we're going to work in the 6th chain from the hook. So this loop here does not count. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So in this chain right here, we're going to work 2 double crochets, a chain 2, and 2 double crochets, all in the same chain. To make a double crochet, wrap yarn around hook, insert it into the chain, bring up a loop, wrap yarn around hook, bring it through the first 2 loops, wrap yarn around hook, bring it through the last 2 loops. That's a double crochet. Then we're going to work another double crochet in the same chain. Then we're going to work a chain 2, 1, 2, and then 2 more double crochets all in the same chain. So double crochet and double crochet. So that gives us our first little fan, just like that. Next, we're going to skip 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in the chain after that, we'll do the same thing. Work 2 double crochets, a chain 2, 1, 2, and 2 double crochets. Our next span is complete, so it's going to kind of look like that to begin. Get a little more yarn here. Next, we're going to do the same thing and skip 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in that next chain, we'll do the same thing. 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets, just like that. We're going to skip 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in the next chain, we'll do the same thing. 2 double crochets, chain 2, 1, 2, and 2 more double crochets, all in that same chain. Just like that. We'll continue by doing the same thing. Skip 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in that next chain, we'll do the same thing. 2 double crochets, two chains, and 2 double crochets. Just like that. And then to finish off our row, we're going to repeat, we repeated the fans all the way across, and then you'll have 4 chains remaining. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're going to skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and in that very last chain on the end, we'll work just 1 double crochet to finish off that row. So your row 1 will look just like that. You'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 fans all the way across. To move on to row 2, we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and turn our work. And this is the row that you'll be repeating for the remainder of the pattern. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue making fans the same way we did by working 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, but we're going to work them into the center of each of these fans, if you will, these double V's, I guess you could call them, and we're going to be working into the space, not the stitches. So to begin, we'll work 2 double crochets, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochets, all in the same space. So your little fans here will be stacked, just like that. So we'll do that in each fan all the way across by working 2 double crochets, chain 2, 1, 2, and 2 double crochets right into the center of that fan. And again, 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets. Next fan, 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets. And the last fan, I got tangled a little there. Last fan, 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets. Just like that. So again, you'll have 5 fans across, just like you did in the previous row. And then to finish off the row, we have our turning chain from the previous row. We're going to work 1 double crochet right into the turning chain space versus the stitch. So we'll be going right into this hole here and work a double crochet, just like that. So to finish your flower patch button wrap, you'll just keep repeating row 2 over and over and over. And I got about 36 inches with this skein that has 139 yards. You can make this longer or shorter depending on how you want to wear it. And to finish off your piece, you're going to take your tapestry needle and you'll just want to weave in the ends to finish it up, just along the bottom edge. When you're done, you'll have 2 ends to weave. I'm just going to show you one because we did a little sampler here. So you'll just weave your ends. And I like to come by and do another pass, just so it's nice and secure. Like that. And then you can just trim that off. Give it a little tug and it'll disappear. And to sew your buttons on, all I did was I took some matching yarn. I just used what I just trimmed off to weave. And then the placement of the buttons, you're going to be sewing 2 buttons on. And I'm going to show you a picture really quick of the placement of the buttons. This photo was taken from the original written pattern, and I'll have the link to the pattern that you can click on below. But I'll show you the placement of the buttons. So when you're ready to start your buttons and sew them on, just take a little piece of matching yarn, thread it on, and you'll have your 2 buttons. Before you sew them on, just make sure that they can pass through these decorative holes. The piece doesn't have buttonholes per se, so you'll just use any of these decorative holes, and that makes it adjustable as well. And like I just showed you in the picture, the buttons will be sewn to the bottom edge, kind of like this. And I chose to sew them so one end of your scarf will be straight where you began your project. The other end of your scarf will be scalloped. So this edge is more decorative. So I chose to sew the buttons along the straight edge. So that way when the piece is buttoned, this decorative, obviously yours will be longer, but this decorative scallop will show when it's buttoned together. So it would look like that when you button it. And that scallop will show. So let's sew the button on. I'm just going to sew one on just to show you really quick with the matching yarn. You'll just figure out where you want to place it. And come up through the back, leave a little tail, go back in, and you'll want to spend a little bit more time on this than I am. Just make sure your finish work is nice and neat after you finish your beautiful piece. And you'll do that, just run that through a few times, and then you can just tie the back on with a few knots and then weave those ends in just like that. So that is the flower patch button wrap tutorial. Thanks so much for watching, and be sure and click the red subscribe button to get all the latest Fiber Flux video updates. Thanks again!